What's up guys? My name is Mary and I am here today taking over the Gloss YouTube channel to show you how to recreate this Valentine's Day inspired look. If you follow my personal Instagram page, then you probably saw a couple days ago I posted a poll on which look I should recreate. And this is the one that you guys chose and I'm super psyched that you did because it's super fun, it's great for a date night, whether it's Valentine's Day or any other date night, great for a wedding. So if you guys want to learn how to recreate this look, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so bear with me because I have one eye that won't stop watering. So it's going to be super fun when it comes to lashes and doing winged eyeliner, but we're just going to go with it. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I took to my Instagram a couple days ago to see what type of Valentine's Day look you guys wanted to see. And it was either this picture of Kendall with the winged eyeliner and the red lip, or this picture, which you can't really tell, it's super bright. Let me see if I can turn my brightness down. It's a little bit better. A little bit more of like a bridal, kind of romantic, soft pink lip kind of look. And 63% of you wanted Kendall. So we're gonna do Kendall. I also asked you guys to leave any questions that you had about makeup, products that I love, business questions, personal questions, and I got some really awesome responses. So as I'm doing the makeup, I will answer those for you. All right, I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna do my face first, which I don't normally do. I usually do my eyes first, but I don't know, my face just needs some attention right now. It feels very dehydrated and kind of yucky, so I'm gonna start on that. But first, coffee. First things first, my skin needs some love, so I'm going to use the Mer Renewal Oil, just a tiny bit, to bring some hydration back to my skin. Every time I'd go to record these things, I always forget to put my phone on silent, always. And then I hear it go off and I don't change it because I'm in the middle of doing something on my face and don't have the hands to do it. So, the struggle. All right, next thing I'm gonna do, it's two things. I'm going to use two La Mer products. I'm gonna use the Mer The Treatment Lotion and I'm gonna use the Crème de la Mer, which is the moisturizer. And this stuff is super, super thick and it's really hard to blend, I find, because it is so thick. Oh my God, I need to show my phone off. So this stuff, like I was saying, is super thick. So what I do is I take a tiny bit. You need literally a tiny bit. Don't go overboard with it. So I'm gonna take a little bit like this, put it in my palm. And I'm gonna take the treatment lotion and mix it and kind of create like a little moisturizer cocktail. Just a couple of drops like that. I'm going to blend it into my palms and work it in a little bit and then press it. Oh, that feels amazing. It's like a quick little facial. And I'm not gonna go in with any type of primer or anything like that. When I'm doing makeup on myself, I don't typically use primers. I like to make my moisturizer and all of my skincare products kind of be the agent that holds it all together. Next thing I'm going to go in with is foundation. So I'm honestly not exactly sure what color I am right now. I had a spray tan last week. It's since rubbed off. So I'm going to play a little bit. I'm gonna go in and use my newest obsession, which is the Face Atelier Ultra Foundation Pro. I think this is the pro size. I like the small ones because it's really easy for me to carry in my kit when I'm doing weddings and all of that stuff. So I have a bunch of shades here and I'm gonna kind of mix them together and we'll see what happens. But I love this stuff. It's long lasting. It has a really nice finish to it. It's more of a satiny finish. This time of year, I can't do super matte foundations because I feel like you just see all of my dry skin. So I like leaning towards the more satin, hydrating, luminous foundations, but I also don't like a ton of glow. I don't know why, I just don't really like looking like a donut. So I'm gonna start with a drop of shade 3. And the thing with this stuff is you really don't need all that much. I'm gonna start with 3, maybe a little drop of 1. And it comes in numbers. So I think it ranges from like 1 to maybe 9 or 10. And then they have adjustment shades like a white, a red, a black, so that you can manipulate it if you need to. Before I do that, I am going to answer some of your questions. Let's see what you guys wanted to know. Pizza or tacos? Well, that's kind of a touchy subject in my household. And I'll tell you why. I'm just doing little dots on my face because this stuff does absorb pretty easily into the skin, so I don't want to do it on my hand. So definitely tacos. And I don't know why, maybe because I'm a psychopath, that's way too light. Yeah, that's too light, but we'll add some darkness afterwards. I don't really like pizza, and I know I'm a total psychopath for saying that, and my husband is a huge pizza fan, and every time we're trying to figure out what we want on a Friday night, he's always like, pizza? And I'm like, do we have to? And I know, I'm weird. It's just, I never really crave pizza. Like, I definitely get cravings for tacos, I get cravings for just Mexican food in general, pasta, sweets, but I never crave pizza. Like, I'll eat it, don't get me wrong, and I've definitely had pizzas where I'm like, oh, that was really good. But I don't, like, ever crave it. So, I'm weird. But tacos, for sure. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of 7, which is a lot darker, but I'm gonna mix it in kind of with everything else I have going on and warm my face up a little bit because it is very, very pale right now. Yeah, that's better. Coming back to life a little bit. I don't look like a ghost or a White Walker for all you Game of Thrones people out there. Now that my foundation's on, the next thing I'm gonna go in with is concealer. I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. I just started using this stuff a couple months ago and I really, really like it. It has a really nice finish on it, but definitely covers. So I'm gonna use a couple of shades. I'm gonna use 3N, which is a little bit more peachy in tone. That's gonna help to correct. So I'm gonna do just a little bit. Literally, that's all I'm using on each side. And then I always like to add a little bit more of a neutral shade too to brighten everything up. And this is 1N, so just a little bit of that as well. I love using the MAC 217 brushes to blend all of my concealers out. I just think it really helps you control the amount of product that you're using. It's not gonna pick it up like a beauty blender is going to. And I don't know, I just feel like I have more control when I'm using a fluffy brush. All right, another question you guys had. I love your short hair. Thank you. What made you chop it off? To be totally honest with you, I was just kind of bored of long hair. I grew it out for like a year leading up to my wedding, and I've always had hair probably like at least here since I was like 14. So after my wedding, I played around with extensions a little bit and made it super, super long, which was fun. And then, I don't know, I just was like, I need a change. I want something different. I don't really have any like formal event that I need to prep for that requires like having long hair. So I was like, screw it, let's just chop it. So we initially chopped it to like here. It literally went from like here to here. And then Ariana was like, do you want to just chop it more? Like, you're already short enough. So I was like, okay, we'll go here. And then we went to literally like here. And it's already grown so much since doing that. And that was right around the new year. I think it was like the last week of December I did it. And it's already growing a ton. Okay, concealer is good. Now we're gonna do a little bit of contouring to bring some warmth back in. I am going to use, instead of a cream bronzer, I'm actually gonna use the darker shade of the Face Atelier foundation. This is shade number 8 to create that warmth. And I'm gonna use this Elena Beidreau, I think it's pronounced. I've had this brush for probably like 5 years now. It's a duo fiber brush. I'm going to start at the back of my ear and blend down. You can see I'm starting to get a little bit of warmth right there. And I'm gonna deepen this up too with powders and such, but I do like having a little bit of a darker base in that contour zone. All right, so now that I have all of the cream, concealer, and contour shades on, I'm going to go in and start powdering a little bit. I am using the Makeup Forever Super Matte the Makeup Forever Super Matte Powder in shade 12. This is one of my favorite loose powders. It trumps the Laura Mercier powder, I think. I am gonna use one of the Laura Mercier powders. Yeah, I'm gonna use that strategically. It's the Glow powder, which I love in the places I want a little bit more of a glow. All right, so I'm just taking literally a tiny bit. Like I'm pressing it into my brush, giving it a quick tap. Then I do like another little like swipe away. And then I'm gonna make sure that any creases that I got while I was kind of just doing that under my eyes are gone. Okay, and I'm gonna take this and I'm just going to press it very lightly under my eyes. Once I have a base on, then I can blend. I'm gonna go under the contour just a little bit. And then I'm gonna slightly just pat it over that contour zone, just so that when I go in with my bronzer, it doesn't skip on me. All right, I am going to add another powder. This is the Laura Mercier Glow Powder. This stuff came out, I think this year, and it's really, really nice, very pigmented. Not something you want to use all over the face because it would be a little bit too intense, but it is really nice if you place it strategically. So I'm gonna use a fan brush for this, and I'm gonna put just a tiny bit on my brush in here, like this. Same thing, give it a dust. And then I'm gonna place that right where I normally would want more of a glow. So see that? How pretty that is? Now let's add a little bit more warmth and color. And answer some more questions. Did you go to college? If so, what did you study? I did go to college. I went to UMass Amherst and I studied journalism. So I'm definitely not a journalist, but yeah, have a journalism background. And to be totally honest with you, for me, college wasn't so much about, you know, getting a journalism degree and becoming a successful journalist. College was more about gaining just life skills, critical thinking skills, problem solving, just learning how to be an adult and function. And I definitely still use some aspects of it. I mean, I took a lot of social media classes and marketing on top of all the journalism courses. So, and I do all the marketing and all the social media stuff for Gloss anyways. So it's not like it was a total waste, but it was a great time. All right, so I'm gonna add this guy. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. It's a really nice kind of subtle bronzer. All right, I'm gonna deepen up this contour a hair with the Elcie Cosmetics Bronzer in Light. It's this guy right here. I'm gonna take that. This stuff is super pigmented. Oh wow, see how it just kind of instantly gave it a little bit more like a boop. All right, I'm gonna go in with a blush, and because we're doing a red lip, I don't want like a super bright blush by any means. So I'm gonna go in with this guy right here. I'm not a huge blush person. I like just a little bit of color in my cheeks, but I prefer more of a bronzy look. But that looks nice. That's pretty natural. Cool. All right, so I zoomed in a little bit for my eyes so you can see more of what I'm doing. So for my brows, I'm gonna do the Ebony Brow Pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Looks like this, with an angled brush. I'm gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand, create a little mountain like that. And then when I'm doing this, I always wanna make sure that my brush looks like a knife. If you just go in, grab a bunch like this and it's all wonky and shit, your eyebrows are gonna look wonky and like shit. So make sure you're taking the time to really get a good consistency on your brush. Another question you guys had. You're on a deserted island. What 3 products do you bring? Oof. I just started actually thinking about this because Ariana's getting married in Aruba this September, and I have to be very mindful of the stuff that I'm bringing down there because I can't have one suitcase just be makeup, which I could easily do. I bring so much stuff. So 3 products would be extremely difficult for me. But to answer your question, woo! My mirror almost just broke my table. That scared the shit out of me. 3 products that I would bring. I would bring my Chanel Le Volume mascara because I can't live without that. It's the best mascara. It's definitely pricey, but well, you get what you pay for. Oh, this eyebrow is wonky. So the Chanel Le Volume mascara, my Crème de la Mer moisturizer that I used earlier for sure because I'm such a dry mess, and then probably just like a black eyeliner. It doesn't even matter what it is. Pencil, gel, liquid. I'm just such a liner girl. I have been forever. So yeah, just like any type of black eyeliner, I would say, to bring the drama. All right, now that the brows are done, let's do some shadow. So in Kendall's picture, I'm gonna pull it up. Let's take a look and see what it really looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And you can see that she's got the winged eyeliner going on, and it's just kind of like a bronzy, just effortlessly blown out shadow. It's not too intense. She definitely has a nice underbrow highlight. We'll get to that. And then just like a soft wing. I usually do black underneath my eyes. It's just what I like personally. So I might do that, we'll see. But yeah, that's the look we're gonna go for. So let's do that underbrow highlight. I'm going to use, I'm gonna go back to this palette here, and I'm gonna use one of these highlighters. I'm gonna use this one from MAC. There we go. Get a tiny little bit of that, and right under my brows. Wow. Carry that in. You can soften it with your finger. That's blinding. And I'm also gonna take a little bit of this and throw it in the inner corner while I'm here, because I'm gonna do that anyways. Ooh. Now we're gonna build up that bronzy shade in her crease. So I'm gonna use the MAC 224 brush again. And I'm gonna go in with the bronzer that I used, the Makeup Forever one, on my face. I like to use bronzers as a transition color, just because I feel like it makes the whole look really cohesive. So I'm gonna dip into that guy. So I'm gonna start here, and I'm going to work my way inward. And in that look that Kendall had, it was definitely more blown out, so I'm gonna bring this out here a little bit. And this, again, is a pretty sheer bronzer, so I'm gonna deepen it up, obviously, but I just want to kind of get my guideline as to where I want that crease to be. And because she did have kind of a bronze eye fully, it wasn't just in the crease, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna bring it down onto my eyeball, just a little bit. I want most of the focus to be out here, but I do want to coat the whole thing. Don't know what that is. And then I'm gonna go back in with that 239 brush that I used for the highlighter under my brow. Just give it a quick wipe. And I'm gonna do the same thing here under my eyes. I have to do something under my eyes, whether it's a liner or just some sort of shadow. I just feel very lost without it. And honestly, when I do it on other people, I have to do it too. I just think it looks a lot more put together if you have color going both on top and on the bottom. Next, I'm gonna deepen the crease specifically. I'm gonna take that Elcie bronzer that we used, the one that deepened it up a little bit on my cheekbones, and light. I'm gonna use a MAC 217 brush. Again, I'm sorry they don't make this brush anymore. They have a synthetic version of it, which isn't nearly as good, but I guess you work with what you got. So this is a natural haired brush back in the day when they had natural hair brushes. So I'm gonna focus this mostly just on this crease area, because I felt like with Kendall, it was darker up here, and then the bronziness kind of faded away as it got closer to her lash line. So let's just windshield wiper this back and forth, like so. All right, another question. Where did you get your gloss necklace? Oh, this little guy. Yeah, I've been wearing this a lot lately. Etsy. I think I got it for Kelsey, Ariana, and me a while ago. Yeah, it's just like a little name engraving necklace from Etsy. I honestly don't remember who specifically, but if you really want to know specifically who did it, let me know, and I can find out for you. I'm gonna take a very fluffy brush. I think this is a Sigma brush. It's so old, like this. And I'm gonna do just like a quick diffusion out here, because Kendall's eye was very blown out and very soft. So I want to really get that look here. What I love about that look is the eyes were just so seamless and easy and required literally not a lot of product at all. The focus is going to be a little bit more on the liner and the lip, and I'll do some lashes too, because why not? All right, I'm taking the Makeup Forever Kohl pencil in black, and I'm gonna do a little bit of just like a light shadowy liner on top before I go in and do the wing. I like doing this first because it softens the whole look and it gives you a good guideline for where you need to put your wing. The Kohl pencil is the key to this too. You don't want to use anything that says long wearing. That's not going to smudge out well. A Kohl is great because it's going to blend, because it's creamy. So I'm gonna take this. I know people tell you not to pull on your lash line, but fuck it, I'm going to. There are no rules in makeup. So I'm gonna take just a little bit on there and just start to put it right at my lash line. Oh, here we go. Here comes my watery eye. And I'm gonna take a flat definer brush. This is the MAC 212. And right at pretty much the top edge is where I want to blend. I want to leave the bottom part alone because that's where I want the most pigment to be. So just that top edge. And I'm going to kind of create a little bit of that wing effect with this Kohl pencil. Okay, now we have a good guidance for where we want to put the gel. You could literally leave it like that. It looks really cool. But we're gonna take it a step further. I'm gonna use the Inglot gel liner. This stuff is like war paint, so be careful with it. You gotta work with it pretty quickly and it dries very fast. All right, I'm using the Elcie E6 liner brush, this tiny little liner brush. Again, making sure when I'm putting on my brush is super consistent, no gunks or chunks. All right, then I'm gonna go in, and because I have that guidance, it's a lot easier and a lot more forgiving too. Okay, so now that the hardest part's over, I'm going to tightline my eyes with the Chantecaille Luster Glide Silk Infused Eyeliner. That's a mouthful. I'm gonna lift my lashes and just go right underneath here. And what this is gonna do is it's going to make your lashes look a lot more full, get rid of any gaps for when we put on those lashes. Whew. So far my eye's cooperating, so that's great. All right, so for lashes, I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Samantha lashes. These are some of my favorites. Super wispy and full. I'll pop those on quickly and I'll be right back. Now I'm going to take the two lashes, the fake lash and my own lash, and adhere them together a little bit more. So I'm just gonna take this. This is the Extended Play Giga Black Lash. That's fun. From MAC. This is the waterproof one. And I'm going to just go at the base of my lashes. I don't want to disturb the false lash because you can use these lashes. I use them like 4 or 5 times, but if you get a lot of mascara on them, then they get kind of gross. So I go right at the base. And then I have to do my lower lash line. It's just habit. I have pretty long lower lashes and they get super dusty with all the powders and shadows and such, so I have to coat these suckers. Okay, for my lip color, I'm going to use the Nars Powermatte Lip Pigment. My God, my eyesight. And the guy told me I had 20/20 vision, but shit. Powermatte Lip Pigment. This is in Starwoman. See that? And I'm going to use the MAC Lip Liner in Cherry. All right, now we'll go in with the Nars lip paint. All right, you guys, that's the look. Do I look like Kendall Jenner yet? Very close. Not too bad. I can't do that lip motion though that she's doing though. I'd look like an idiot, so. I'm psyched you guys picked look number 1. I'll definitely do look number 2, which kind of reminded me more of like a bridal style look. I'll definitely incorporate that into another video in the future. But pretty stoked you guys picked this one because it was a lot of fun to do. And I'm really glad I didn't do the liner on the bottom. I think I really like the drama on the top and then just like a little bit more natural and sultry on the bottom, so. Good choice, Mary. Good choice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look. Definitely leave us a comment below if you have any other ideas for videos that you want here on this channel. We are open to recommendations. If you have any questions about the products that I used, definitely let me know. Comment below. My Instagram handle will also be linked below, so you can follow me and direct message me there. All of the products that I used are going to be listed below, so if you have any questions outside of that, just let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And for those lovebirds out there, happy Valentine's Day. And I'll see you next time. This is so incredibly uncomfortable. Hey, hi, hi, hi. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. What's going on, everyone? What's going on, everyone? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. Today I am taking over the Gloss YouTube channel to show you how to recreate this Valentine's Day look.